Valley Club, the legendary unlock system that we've had with the Scourges and Trials, it is going away, and replacing them is a brand new system that is worse for free-to-play players, but it's not as bad as the old traditional legendary unlock system. It's kind of a hybrid between the two. There are still a bunch of issues with the new legendary unlock events, and in this video, we're going to discuss why the community is upset over these changes and some of the positives that this new system offers, especially when comparing with the old original legendary unlock events. And if you're ready for all of this, then Valley Club, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it. And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day despite the announcement of Old Man Logan's legendary event, kind of returning to kind of a hybrid between what we've had with the Scourges and Trials and the old original legendary system that we've had with legendary characters Omega Red and previously. Before we get to some of these issues here, some of the positives that this offers over the old original legendary system. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content, at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on the channel. Usually it's more. We have reveal videos like this, question and answer videos, news videos, everything to help your experience in Marvel Strike Force. Well, let's jump right into the front page of the internet, Reddit, which is usually a salty place. I think they're pretty accurate with their assessment of these legendary events. All the top comments are related to this legendary event for Old Man Logan. You said Cabal wouldn't be a legendary requirement. Come lie to us more, Archangel. And this top comment comes to us in response to a blog post that was supposed to go live saying Cabal would be required for the next legendary. That was removed minutes before the blog post went live, and on that day, Archangel hopped into Mobile Gamers chat and wrote this to chat. That was put in there erroneously. I can't say Cabal won't be used for a future legendary. I can say they will not be used for the next legendary, which is the character Out of Time is needed for another team will be announced soon. So that team did get announced yesterday. That team did go back, and it was Cabal. So the community is hot about that. Now, the reason that they would be hot is because the initial offers, you know, sometimes these initial offers, they're a lot cheaper than the subsequent offers. So I think as long as they put these initial offers back, the people that would want to spend on this team, it's fine. If you wouldn't have spent on them anyway, it doesn't make a difference when this was announced or not. So I think this should be fine as long as they put in initial offers. But it's pretty much spenders that are upset about this. Make our voices heard. Old Man Logan trial. Stargating is absolute theft. And yes, this feels very, very bad, especially comparing it to the Scourge trials that we've had for the Horsemen, and then the subsequent release of Nova, Black Cat, and Green Goblin Classic. But this is kind of what they did, Stargating our legendary characters for all previous legendaries. I know this feels like a step backwards, but maybe it's because I've been playing for so long and we've had such bad legendary events and we've had such easy ones. Now it feels like they've taken the bad ones, they've taken the easy ones, and they kind of combined it to what we have now. Scopely Logic, sorry we lied to you, but don't fret, Commanders. We're going to give you the chance to spend more money, aren't we, Gate? Get F-U wreck, Commanders, from Community Whip. Emma and Loki, really? Beta Rig Bill quit the game as a Mega Crack in 3 days. He technically didn't quit the game. He just went a little more casual, but I think he is still playing. There's a massive change to unlock for the next legendary. Old Man Logan blog change. All the comments are about the blog, so let's go over to the blog. Let's talk about some of the positives. So what was good about the Scourges is that they offered variety. They offered challenge. That was what we want. We could theory craft, use a bunch of different teams, and if we had lower starred characters or lower level characters, well, we could go in with them and grind it out, and that kind of felt good. That was a good thing. The bad thing, I think, from the Scopely end, they were kind of giving these legendaries away. They weren't, we didn't have to grind as far as stars that we had to do for the previous legendaries. So I don't think they made enough money to make it profitable. So instead of going back to the old legendary system, they're taking some of what we have for the new legendary system. Obviously, it's a lot worse than that for these 7 characters that we've had with the Scourges, Horsemen, but it's better than what we had before. Now, a good thing, players will be unlock Old Man Logan 4 stars by collecting their input teams, completing difficulty 8. Difficulty 8, I think they did compare this to difficulty 6 in previous legendaries. And I guess one of the good things is newer players will be getting this unlock a lot easier and be at 4 stars instead of 3 stars. Added 5 new difficulties for a total of 15. And of course, these 5 new difficulties are gated behind stars for your characters. Minimum score to qualify for ranking rewards, only 100,000. These were, I believe, 400 or 450,000 before, maybe 350, but it got reduced. So that's good. Let's talk about these upgrade tokens. I do think it's kind of a mixed bag, but I think some of the mixed bag that people were expecting kind of went away when they switched over the Green Goblin, Black Cat, and Nova Trout, so you wouldn't be able to cumulatively get some shards for these characters. Previously with like Morgan Le Fay, you could go in with some lower level tunes, get some shards in the first run. When they would bring it back, you could get some more shards, and then over time you could get to that 7-star unlock. Some people were feared that these upgrade tokens are preventing that, and while they may prevent that, I thought this was a good thing, because hopefully, and what I'm expecting with this, to upgrade your characters, you get them right away with this upgrade token at 4 stars or 5 stars or whatever token you get, and not have to use the gold or training mats for that. Hopefully that is how it's actually going to work when it's in the game. They haven't necessarily said that you wouldn't use gold and training mats, but that's right where my mind went right away. And I guess the other good thing is it simplifies the math. If you're looking to just get to that next star level, you just need to know how to get to that next token and not necessarily calculate, exactly how many shards you need. The bad thing, if you're short a few shards, you wouldn't be able to grind and open orbs for this, or you wouldn't be able to grind back for subsequent returns of this event. But I in my mind, that went away when they changed over how these future scourges and trials would be. All right, Old Man Logan ranking rewards, a score of 930 will get a 4-star Old Man Logan, and this is difficulty 8 without any of the scourges on there, so that is a good thing. Some of them you probably would want to equip and get even higher score to give your characters these war bonuses and crucible bonuses. You want the war bonuses for out of time, you want the crucible bonuses for the Cabal, but if you don't want them, I guess you could still beat this and get that 4-star on Logan. The first run leaderboard, there are some changes to this. You get a 6 and 7-star tokens for this. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. Let's say if you have a good score and you have a 4-star Logan, maybe with these ranking rewards you get even higher with this. We'll see how these scores play out, though. I'm just kind of waiting and see on this one. And then you got red stars for Old Man Logan, and I guess this could be a downside as well, because the people that are going to get high scores are the ones that's going to get 6 and 7 red stars on our characters. Previously with these trials, the only thing that was available was our 5 stars from these actual trials in the leaderboard. Now you can get 6 and 7 stars right away, but because it's a leaderboard, that may be a downside, because only a select few players are going to get those stars there. And this is a section of the blog where they talk about where they revisited a decision and determined Cabal would be the second team required in addition to out of time, which was previously announced. I wish they would have given a little more context and why they went back on that decision to not have Cabal and go to Cabal. I do think Archangel was just a messenger at this point, and I think what he was saying was true at the time. Like I said, I wish they would have provided more context why they switched this out. Now, as far as the selection of characters, Mission 2 does require out of time. That was expected. Mission 6 requires Cabal. And the community is hot about this because the events, especially for Iron Patriot, were really, really bad. I grinded on his event. I bought his offer. I bought the battle pass with everything completed as far as all the shards for Iron Patriot. Still do not have him at 5 stars. So hopefully with these events that are coming out, we can get more shards for Cabal. But the other thing that the community is hot about, as you saw with Reddit, Emma Frost and Loki are the characters that are going to be required along with Cabal for this. Now, the community is upset because these are kit-based characters, meaning that even without a lot of investment as far as their levels, they still work properly. Emma Frost is great because of her passive. Loki is great because of the speed that he offers for characters such as Eternal. So they're mainly there for their passives. Now, one thing that I do say, if you lose Emma Frost and Loki on this node, you can bring some out-of-time characters with your Cabal to finish up Mission 10. So they might not necessarily need to survive. You might just need to bring them into the nodes and then have your Black Knight and other characters survive from the out-of-time team. We will see when it actually goes live, but this could be a problem if we have to build these characters and they need to survive. Now, one of the good things here is it is confirmed that you could conquer difficulty 8 with 0 packs to get Old Man Logan at 4 stars. Like I said, with some of these packs, you may want to have them equipped, but we see the other node requirements here, and this is where it may be a challenge for some of the newer players, missions 3 and mission 7 requires cosmic bio characters. And if you're an endgame player, you got a lot of great cosmic bio players. Mid and newer players probably don't have Super Skrull, probably don't have Nova, so you're gonna rely on Void Knight, Photon, maybe some older characters like Phyla-Vel. Cosmo has some value in that nowhere team in war, but not a lot of value outside of there, so maybe bringing Cosmo. Captain Marvel also has some value as far as that A-Force, and we have some value for Thing, but not a lot of value for the rest of these characters. So yeah, this restriction is not that great. Next is going to be hero skill characters. You're going to need them for missions 4 and mission 8, and again, a lot of good characters here, more recent characters. Black Knight is a great character. Spider Noir and Ghost Spider are 2 Spider Society members that did just recently get reworked. They're great in Cosmic Crucible defense, war defense as well. Kestrel's a great character. Nick Fury, you might also have built up from the previous Invader team or previous events that we've had. Mockingbird, Gamora, all are still characters that are used in the meta. Ronan as well, and Shang-Chi is an older character that has value, so don't necessarily need the Spider Society. You should have some good choices here for hero skill characters. And the last selection is villain characters. You're going to need them for missions 5 and mission 9. And if we look at this selection of villains, well, you should have a lot of characters here to choose from. And as far as the selection of villains, you have a lot of great characters at the end game. You know, Apocalypse, Kang, Super Skrull. Newer players probably have Kang unlocked, probably have some characters like Doc Ock unlocked, maybe Lizard, maybe an older legendary like Omega Red. Kraven is great, Vulture is great. A lot of great villains that you have to choose from here. So hopefully this should not be a problem for you to get through that. Now taking a look at the packs, technically these should make the event harder, but I think you do want to equip these. I think these will make it easier, especially for your Cabal and your Out of Time team. World at War, where all Alliance War abilities are active during this run, and Forge and Fire, where all Cosmic Crucible abilities are active during this run. I think it is going to make your run easier, especially on those Cabal and Out of Time nodes. Hopefully the enemies that we have listed for the other nodes don't make it harder with these 2 out there. Now we also know that the trial prep events are coming. They mentioned the Red in the Tooth and the Claw event, which contains an orb that will reward Out of Time and Cabal character shards. Hopefully it's not like that Iron Patriot orb, which is really bad. But if we look at when the event is coming, the Tooth and Claw event, if we move this over here, we see that the Tooth and Claw event starts on May 14th and runs till May 20th. Also, we know that a Pocket Dimension is coming, and this is going to be based around Cabal characters, and hopefully it is a lot of rewards for Cabal characters, kind of to make up for that bad Iron Patriot event. So these changes are not good from the player's perspective when comparing them to the old Scourges and Trials that we've got for Morgan Le Fay and on. But when looking at this from Omega Red and previous, these were bad. And the way the new system is designed, we still have some kind of variety and challenge. Not a lot because of the star requirements, but these are what the requirements are now. But originally, these were the requirements. And this is from AMVX that did this all the way back in October of 2020. These were what the original requirements were. Iron Man, his requirements were shield characters. That kind of made sense at the time. Star-Lord, Guardians and Ravagers, that kind of made sense at the time as well. Nick Fury, his original unlock is Kree minions, and that was horrible. So anything that they have for Old Man Logan is going to be better than this trash event for Nick Fury. For Magneto, you had to build up Brotherhood and X-Men characters, and Brotherhood was just released. We just had Juggernaut, Pyro, I believe we also had Sabretooth, and then Wolverine was the other character that we had in the game. That was it, and I think maybe Storm. Those were who we had to unlock Magneto originally. That was not a good unlock. And then Phoenix, they just said, screw theme, just whatever characters that people don't have built. That's what we're going to require from now on. Villain Mystic characters. Hela was not released at the time, so we have to build up Loki, Hand Assassin, Nobu, and Hand Assassin was trash back then as well. Nobu, Ronan, who was trash, still is trash, and Mordo, who is an okay character. So that is who we have to build up for Phoenix. That was bad. So nothing is going to be as bad as Nick Fury and Phoenix original unlocks, as they were horrible. Shuri, it didn't make sense, but we had a lot of variety with that, the Spider-Verse characters. Invisible Woman, Sinister Six was a newer team at the time, so it didn't feel that bad, but kind of felt like they wanted us to buy the new team if we wanted to unlock Invisible Woman. That wasn't that great. The Asgardians were a tougher team to unlock. Hela was very, very tough to unlock to get that Black Bolt. You needed Black Bolt to get Ebony Maw. And that Doc Ock unlock did require X-Force. They were a good war team at the time, but quickly fell off. Deadpool did just get a rework, but the rest of the team is not really useful. X-23 also got a rework as well, and Cable does have a good passive, but he's a kit-based character like Emma Frost and Loki. And then we did get the Omega Red Death unlock event, which was released after that infographic was created, but we got a lot of characters we could use there now. Original characters were the Secret Defenders, Captain Sam, Maria Hill and Sharon Carter, Nick Fury, and Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier and Nick Fury didn't have a lot of value at the time, so it felt really, really bad to build them up. So while it doesn't feel good going back to the Stargating that they had with the old Legendaries before, this event does not seem as bad as the old Legendaries. We still do have some theory crafting. Remember, before it was just building those characters at a certain star level, and the event was so easy, we could pretty much auto through this event. So I do like this challenge. I do like that we have some agency, but does feel backwards going back to the star requirement. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know your thought of the selection of Emma Frost and Loki for this. Will it even matter? Can you use your out-of-time characters for Node 10? And let me know your thoughts on this, the requirements of Cabal. Hopefully you got some value from this video. Hopefully you got some different perspective on how bad it could have been. But if you did get some value from this video, leave it a like. It's free for you. Helps the YouTube algorithm, helps the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.